Friends, welcome to MiniVan Monday. I actually had filmed one of these a couple weeks ago, and I was in a spot where there was such bad Wi-Fi I couldn't upload it. Imagine that. Anyway, I just got finished at the chiropractor. I was trying to put my hair up to block the sun there, instead of moving my car or changing where the camera is. So anyway, those of you that are seasoned friends that watch these are pretty much, you're my regular friends. New people don't usually pick a MiniVan Monday to watch. You can just listen to me ramble. So what's been going on? Well, spring has officially sprung in Minnesota. A week or two ago, we had a threaten of snow, and it did kind of snow a little bit around us, but we didn't get any. The grass is completely green and needs to be mowed. Yeah. And we got still more sticks in the yard. It's like this cleanup that has to happen. And I'm not a yard person or outdoors person at all. Not my thing. About the only thing I would like to do is sit around a bonfire, and that's providing there's no mosquitoes. Otherwise, I don't garden. I don't do flowers. I appreciate all that. I just don't like doing it. So allergies. Main thing. And I had bugs. I don't like bugs. And heat. So between allergies, bugs, and heat, I don't want to know. Oh, it's so cute. I'm not going to try and catch it. But the squirrel and the birds are all okay, I'm saying they're playing together in my backyard. They're all looking for food, but they're within a foot of each other. Kind of cool. So what has been happening? Oh, so I had a trip to North Dakota a few weeks ago never anything good. If I plan something with my friends, then it's good. This was not planned. It was over Easter. I went up, and part of the time I stayed with my very good friend Amy and my nieces and nephew, and had a great time. We decorated Easter eggs and got to visit. I don't see her nearly often enough, so that was fun. And then the main purpose of the trip is I had to go further into Rugby, North Dakota, and attend the funeral. It was a friend of mine. I have known him since college because he is the brother to my college roommate. Super, nicest guy, way nicer than me. Such a nice guy, such a great guy. And he, 52 years old, died in a tragic farming accident. Although any accident is tragic, but just one of those senseless, accidents that just happens. And, it's not it's those sudden deaths that just shock us to the core. My dad was a sudden death, and that really hurt me. Well, it's not the right word, but it hit me. And in fact, during this trip, I ended up going some back roads, and I went through this town, and it was the town where my dad died in. My dad was on vacation with my aunt and uncle and my mom. They were all retired. Went to the lake for a week, and as part of their vacation, they went to the casino. My dad loved the casino. He could go all the time and spend hours there. It was not my mom's and my thing. We would go sit in the car and read. We would go shop. I would go sit with him, though, and I loved watching him, and I'd put $20 in, and I'd lose it in 2 minutes. So anyway, didn't plan this trip. All of a sudden, I'm reading the signs. I'm oh my gosh, I'm going to drive right through this town. And I drove right through the casino where I had been with him several times, and since it was one of the last places he'd been alive, and I had to pee. So I thought, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I'm going to go to the casino just because I thought, maybe I'd feel my dad's presence or something. So I get in there and I go into the bathroom, and it's when you walk in, and the casinos in Minnesota, even there's smoking allowed, and which is a problem, allergies, that whole thing. And it's I walked in, and the scent of it was so many things hit me. I get to the bathroom, I get in the stall, and I start sobbing. Seriously, I'm in the bathroom crying. Anybody in another stall probably just thought I lost my life savings, and I am just overwhelmed with memories of my dad, and that when I'd been at the casino with him. I mean, all of that. And then, of course, that makes me think of my mom and having both of them gone. And yeah, I was not expecting that. It was rough. So then I thought, pull myself together and go, and I'm like, well, maybe, Dad's with me. Let's put $20 into a machine. Did I do 20 or no, I only did 10. So I do not have good luck gambling. I rarely do it because anytime I've always lost, and I'm too cheap to put in a lot of money. So I put in $10 thinking, oh, Dad's with me. Maybe I'll win. At least my $10. Did I? No, it was gone in like 4 minutes, if even 4 minutes. And I was at a penny machine, but these penny machines, you can't bid a penny. It's like you got to do, they've got it, like, they know what they're doing. They're making money. So then it had like 28 cents left that I couldn't spend. So I cashed out the little ticket and I went to a different machine and I put in one more dollar because 28 cents I couldn't bid. So I spent $11, and it's like, of the times I spun, I think 3 times I won like a few pennies back, not as much as I put in, and then lost it. And I'm just like, again, laughing. I'm like, oh yeah, my dad is here, and he's laughing his butt off because he knows I am terrible at this. Although I don't know how you could be talented at a slot machine, but I don't have that talent. So I'm like, yeah, he's laughing at me. So then I just, you can't get cash out of machines anymore. They give you these little vouchers, and I'm like, I am not printing out this thing for 10 cents and going up to the cashier to cash it out and say like, hi, can I get my dime? I just left it. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna pay it forward, let the next person that comes to this machine have a little moment like, whoo, I got free 10 cents, and maybe they'll win. But I left there, and yeah, it was a hard one for me. And then the funeral was really, really tough. It was just such a sad occasion, as most funerals are. I was there with my roommates, my college roommates. We were back together, and my best friend since I was 5. She is part of the family. She married, her husband's a cousin to this gentleman that passed away. So, if there's a good part, we got to see each other, but we decided we're way too young to be starting to hang out at funerals. So that was a tough trip. And then on the way home, I was able to stop at the cemetery to visit my parents' graves, and I hadn't been able to do that for well over a year. So that, again, emotional. It was just an emotional time. And that's when I had actually filmed on that Monday, I think, driving back, or driving to, I can't remember. The funeral was on Tuesday. I'd filmed driving there Monday. But again, we were in the middle of nowhere, North Dakota, and there honestly was not any signal. There was barely any cell phone signal, let alone getting a Wi-Fi, and I was more rambly than usual. Imagine that, me, more rambly than usual. I'm already like 8 minutes in and I haven't talked much. So that was what's been going on. Otherwise, work, yeah, weather. I still have the snow shovels out because I almost put them away, and we did have another snowstorm. So, although it melted pretty quick, I didn't need the shovels. Otherwise, just busy. I'm starting tonight, starts a 7 in a row. Woo woo, 7 in a row. Which is because when I needed days off when I went to go to that funeral, so my friend covered for me, so now I'm covering for her. It's the way we do. It's the way we do things. So, and I'm fine with that. I actually like my job and I don't mind working, so today is going to be rough because it's like you've been not there for so many days and everybody runs the desk differently. So to get it in the way I like to run it, it's going to take some work, and you don't know what you're coming, especially on a Monday. We could be 10 hours behind. You just don't know. So that's what my plan is. Eddie's on the road. I'm home. Kitties are pretty okay. 2 of them, I think, well, they maybe all do, but 2 for sure, I'm pretty sure, have tapeworm. And I called the vet to try and get them in, and I can't even get them in. They're so busy. It's like I can't get in for another, probably, I think next week I can get them in after my 7 in a row. So I've been watching them, and they're fine. It was so funny because I'm like, they've got some type of worms because I could see them, like where they sleep on the bedding. There's like these little flat, and the vet lady I talked to said, oh, do they look like flat pieces of rice? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, those are tapeworm. And I laughed because Eddie said, well, there's no way they got tapeworm. They're too fat to have tapeworm. And I'm like, wrong. They do. Evidently, it doesn't, like, you know, make them skinny. So we gotta get them taken care of, get them in. And yeah, otherwise, that's been going my lovely time. Pretty sure this will be the only video up this week. Video up, like giddy up, video up. Because I don't have anything edited. I still have, I think, three more tastings from the Wahoo mail that our friend, as I kept calling her Hannah, but her name is actually Hannah. So Hannah, I am so sorry. I told you that in an Instagram, but in the videos Kim and I filmed, we kept calling you Hannah. I'm sorry. Things I need to like learn before I open my mouth. Hannah sent us that awesome fun stuff from Germany and Japan, and I have 3 videos left. I've been posting those. I did a Dollar Tree. I did that Dollar Tree haul that I posted. I did the shopping at the start of my trip at my regular store where I would go, but then I filmed it in the parking lot at the casino after I'd pulled myself together. So I just thought, oh, I'm going to do this quick in the car, and at least has a better chance of getting posted. Other than that, yeah, I have like a bunch of boxes, subscription boxes, stuff I want to show and post. But some of it, I'm like, well, now it's so old. Seriously, I have 2 things that were Black Friday purchases. I mean, it was a crafting thing, so it was fine. And the other is a makeup thing, which, again, I haven't opened it, and it's fine. But it's like, really, what would people think if I post Black Friday hauls in June? I guess the thing is, I don't care what people think. When it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm like, this channel is just whatever. It's for a way for me to stay in touch with people and my friends that I've made out here. So, okay, I need to get in the house, pack my lunch bag, make sure the cats have food and water, and then get my butt to work. So, I hope you guys have been having a wonderful spring. It's still spring in your world. Some places are really hot, some are still really cool. Yeah. So I know if you had to mow your grass yet, because I need to. And the thing is, that means my father-in-law needs to, because he has the lawnmower and he's my gardener. So I'm sure he'll be over one day this week mowing away. But have a great day, whatever day it is in your world when you're watching this, whatever's going on. I hope it's all good things. If you are in the midst of a bad thing, a sad thing, just look for the good. There's always something good. There's always, oh, my shirt even says it. There's beauty in everything. There is. Even the tragedies, we can find something. And I hope you are able to see that, because it can be hard. But that's why we have each other to help lift us up and help us see the light when we feel there's only darkness. So, in case you didn't know it, you are my light. You matter. You pull me up during those dark times when I'm sobbing in a casino bathroom, sitting on the toilet, crying. You lift me up. Okay, maybe that sounds not as sincere and nice as I meant it to be. I just meant that even when I'm having those tough days, it's my friends that keep me going. So thank you. Thank you. I hope I can be that person for you as well. But have a great day, great week. MiniVan Monday hasn't been every Monday, but it will be back again sometime soon.